We warmly welcome Honorable Minister of State for Communication and Rural Development, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemasani ji. I also welcome Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, and Dr. Neeraj Mittal. We extend our heartfelt welcome to the Honorable Minister of Communication and Development of North Eastern Region, Shri Jyotiraditya M. Scindia ji. So we would like to request our honorable ministers and our dignitaries who is sitting among us to kindly grace the stage with their presence. So we extend our heartfelt welcome to the Honorable Minister of Communication and Development of North Eastern Region, Shri Jyotiraditya M. Scindia ji, to kindly grace the stage, please, sir. His presence today adds immense value and significance to the occasion. Also, we warmly welcome Honorable Minister of State for Communication and Rural Development, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemasani ji. I also welcome Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, Dr. Neeraj Mittal, Chairman Digital Communication Commission and Secretary Telecom, and Srimati Tripti Saxena ji, Senior Deputy Director General and Head of Telecommunication Engineering Center. We welcome you all.
Ministry, you can sit here, bring in a number yourself. Yeah.
To honor the presence of our honorable ministers and esteemed dignitaries, we would like to request officers from TEC to kindly come forward and present them with bouquet as a token of our respect and gratitude. For that, I now request Ms. Poonam Kumari, ADET TEC, to kindly welcome Honorable Minister of Communication and Development of North Eastern Region, Shri Jyotiraditya M. Scindia ji.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
I now request Ms. Khushbu Sharma ji, Director TEC, to kindly welcome Honorable Minister of State for Communication and Rural Development, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemasani ji. Now I request Ms. Namrata Singh, Director TEC, to kindly welcome Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India. Ms. Mudita Chandra, ADET TEC, to warmly welcome Dr. Neeraj Mittal, Chairman DCC and Secretary Telecom DOT. Further, I request Ms. Jyoti Roat, Assistant Director General TEC, to warmly welcome Srimati Tripti Saxena ji, Senior Deputy Director General and Head TEC.
You have a range also, right? You have a range also. The same one that I have.
Thank you so much, everyone. एक छोटी सी लॉ हमें राह दिखाती है, हर मुश्किल आसान बन जाती है. According to our Indian tradition, we begin all good and important event by lighting a lamp. This small flame is a symbol of light, wisdom, and new beginnings. Now, I humbly request our honorable ministers and respected dignitaries on the stage to kindly come forward and join us for the lamp lighting ceremony. This will mark the official and auspicious beginning of today's program. Let us welcome this moment of positivity and hope with respect and joy. Tamso Ma Jyotirgamay. May this flame guide our paths, inspire us with new beginnings, and fill our lives with success and peace. Shubham Kurutvam Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasampadah Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya
ज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Thank you so much. Distinguished guests, esteemed expert, visionary leaders and delegates present here and joining online, it is with immense pleasure that I welcome you to the third edition of the International Quantum Communication Conclave. This event is being organized by the Telecommunication Engineering Center, which is the standard-setting organization for telecom and ICT technologies under the Department of Telecommunication, in association with the Center of Development of Telematics, which is a primary research and development center under the Department of Telecommunication. This conclave would provide a vital platform to connect, share insights, and discuss the current landscape and future of secure communication technologies. Now, with a great respect and warmth, I would like to invite Srimati Tripti Saxena ji, Senior Deputy Director General and Head of Telecommunication Engineering Center, DOT, to kindly come forward and deliver the welcome address.
Very good morning to everyone. Honorable Minister of Communication and Development of Northeast Region, Shri Jyotiraditya Madhav Scindia ji, Honorable Minister of State for Communication and Rural Development, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemasani ji, respected Secretary DOT, Dr. Neeraj Mittal ji, respected Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood ji, and esteemed members of audience. This is my privilege to welcome you all on behalf of TCDOT to this third International Quantum Communication Conclave in Vigyan Bhawan. TC, that is Telecom Engineering Center, is technical arm of DOT. It is responsible for the formulation of standards and test schedules, and also for certification of products and technologies in the field of telecommunication. It is also entrusted with the task of keeping itself updated with all new and emerging technologies in the field of telecommunication. The upcoming technology of quantum computing presents major shift in computing capabilities and also a significant threat to existing IT systems. It may impact many crucial sectors like healthcare, energy, finance, telecommunication, to name a few. As a result, there is growing need for quantum communication technologies to address the evolving demand of secure communication in quantum era. TEC has a dedicated quantum technology division where standards with respect to quantum technology in communication are prepared and released in time with the advancement in technology. This division is actively working for preparation of standards, preparation of technology and products in consultation with academia and industry. It also releases technical reports for the quantum technology based on QKD, that is quantum key distribution, and PQC, that is post-quantum cryptography. Standards aim to ensure interoperability, security, and robustness in quantum network. I believe this conclave will help provide a platform to the subject matter experts and other stakeholders to interact, collaborate, and complement good work of one another in a productive manner, and everyone here will walk away with better insights into quantum communication technology. Thank you all for participating.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. Now, with great honor, I would like to request Dr. Neeraj Mittal, Chairman TCC and Secretary Telecom, to kindly come forward for the opening address.
Honorable dignitaries on the dais, really happy to be here today on this third International Quantum Communication Conclave. We held the first and the second in 23 and 24, and this is the third one in continuation of those two. merely because this technology is so rapidly evolving, and my speech will reflect my lack of understanding of the technology, so please forgive me for that. I would like to actually, remind that this year, the United Nations has declared 2025 as the International Year of Quantum Science and Technologies. It is only to remind all of us that as any other technology, quantum technology is also a technology which works as a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it breaks open whatever systems we have put in place, for example, security. On the other hand, it opens up opportunities to solve problems which are not solvable by normal digital computers. I really want to address, the parents of children who are in schools, students who are looking forward to select what they will do in IITs when they get there, because this technology is opening up a vast era of opportunities for across all disciplines, solving problems which were unsolved before, helping us do things which we could never do. Many things I still don't understand. I remember, reading the Feynman lectures in IIT in '89, and we did read what was quantum mechanics at that time. And concepts which I learned at that time, I could never unlearn because this technology was so different. Just as an example, we all know, most of us maybe would know that, momentum, traditionally we see as a multiplicand of two independent variables. But I think Sood sir will, correct me if I'm wrong, that momentum is an independent variable by itself in, quantum mechanics. This to think in my own head, to get around this is a problem in itself. So, but children who are in schools, when they see this as from first principles, they are not so handicapped and they are able to innovate. We have seen quantum, and in my last 10 to 15 years, we have heard that quantum mechanics was used in the nature. So, for example, birds were supposed to be using this to sense magnetic fields. Recent evidence is there that photosynthesis uses how energy should travel in the shortest path using quantum mechanics. When we smell something, there is a theory that, tunnels do quantum tunneling to identify which molecule we have and then, appropriately. So we have used quantum computing, mechanics, and now we are able to barely scratch and understand how it can help us. Drug discovery, climate modeling, logistics, all of these problems which we may not be able to ever solve have become solvable. Government of India and Department of Telecom has done its bit to enable this path. India can make a mark here because we don't have to really do a very significant amount of leapfrogging. It is one of the areas which are still evolving, and that is why we have Dr. Sood here. Government of India has launched the National Quantum Mission with 4 components, of which Dr. Sood will talk more, but quantum communication is one of them, which pertains to Department of Telecom. Quantum computing is another, quantum sensing is another, and quantum materials is another one. And all these 4 pillars are equally important for us, and we are focusing on the communication aspect of it today. We have a lot of startups who are working feverishly. We were just talking before coming here, Honorable Minister of State and Dr. Sood were having an interesting conversation as to how we can hasten this process by appropriate model of funding, which is most efficient. Technologies which are relevant to communication, which is the quantum key distribution, and PQC, Fortunately, we see green shoots in our own ecosystem with CDOT, with QNew, with many other startups who are working, who have been helped by DOT through various schemes. Some of them, maybe they are here outside, the QIPAI, Confluence, SkyTail, SuperQ, all the IITs, the Physical Research Lab, ISRO, all of them are working on actually ensuring that our communications remain secure. Only on 12th of March, we heard that a publication in the Nature magazine that the first OS, which will connect different computers, quantum computers, may have laid the foundations for the quantum internet to come, which is the Keynote OS. We are not here yet where our handheld computers and our phones are quantum enabled, but I don't think we are very far away from that day. It holds the promise of making the world safer, where maybe we'll not have traffic jams, where online data is completely safe. And these are goals which humanity has. We need to use this technology at its best. I hope that this quantum conclave will help us redefine the boundaries, foster collaboration, because it's an interdisciplinary field, and come up with recommendations so that the government, who is represented here at the stage, the highest level, will be able to take cognizance of that and modify our policies accordingly. We are going to release a few reports as well, which reflect our progress over the last 1 year, made by several agencies, including TEC, which does the standards for us, and lay the foundations for a fruitful next year. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I'm really happy and excited to hear your recommendations at the end of the conclave. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating and insightful words. Now, it's our privilege to invite Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, to kindly deliver the keynote address.
Dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Ministers Shri Jyotiraditya Scindia, Dr. Premasani Chandrasekhar, Dr. Neeraj Mittal, Secretary Telecom, and Shrimati Tripta Saxena, dignitaries of the dais, and all the experts from industry and academia. I am delighted to be here in this third edition of IQCC, particularly so because I was also here in the first two conclaves, which were probably done in a different room, but in the same building. So it looks, it sees a huge continuity in this effort, because it's only now, if you see this field, earlier it was warming up, but now it's getting hotter. And this is where we really need to see how we place India in this entire technology eco-map. I realize that the audience is very varied, with experts and industry leaders and probably some press. So I'll restrict myself to make a few conceptual and policy issues related to quantum technologies. As mentioned by Neeraj ji, we are meeting in 2025. That has been declared as the International Year of the Quantum, and India is a signatory on that, because that was enabled by our office through the UN Connect of India. Now this signifies two things. First, how important quantum technologies are. This is the newest technology frontier, and this is the newest disruptive technology frontier. And second, after 100 years of research on various facets of quantum mechanics and quantum field theory, quantum optics, condensed matter physics, materials, and nanoscience and technology, as well as low temperature physics. All of them have come together where we can really engineer quantum systems. So 1913 was the beginning of the quantum mechanics, when you know how we analyze the spectral lines of hydrogen, when you look at the discharge, then the wave particle duality in 1925, and so on. And now we are in the second revolution of quantum mechanics. This is where we get the handle on controlling the quantum system, not only understanding the quantum system. This is a big paradigm shift which has happened in the last few years. So the potential and promise, as was mentioned a few minutes back, of quantum technologies are enormous. It's not only from economic point of view, but also from the point of view of security of nations. For example, I'll just exemplify what Neeraj said. If you have this 128 AES crypting system, it cannot be decrypted in your lifetime because the number which is getting factorized is very large. But with quantum computers available, and Shor algorithm has already shown, this can be done in probably few minutes, provided we have enough qubits and the noise in those qubits is limited. And this is where the entire world is going. Imagine if that happens, none of the transactions will be safe, none. And this is where it is a strategic autonomy issue that quantum technologies have to be developed in our country. So it's not a choice, it is a must. So keeping that in mind, we already know that we started this quantum programs before the mission even came. And I must advertise that very recently on 14th April, we released International Technology Engagement Strategy. It is on our website. This is a report that our office released, which really looks at the readiness of quantum by other countries and by India. So we have put together all these data. I encourage you to look at that. This really tells what is the pathway we need to take. India, we know things are happening in NQM. We already have launched it, and four hubs have already been declared. And with each hub, we have technical groups. So the unique thing is that there are 170 or more, a large number of scientists, I don't have the right number, which are participating in this quantum mission. And it is spread across 17 states and 2 union territories. So it is a whole of India approach looking at these 4 verticals of this mission. Some startups have also been supported under this mission. 8 of them have been already funded, and there will be now a continuous process to evaluate the applications from startups for funding from the mission. Since I thought we should really acknowledge good startups which are doing, I'll just mention 2. It is not only to single them out, but just to give you example, because they are also the ones among 8 who received the funding from Quantum Mission. We know that QNew Lab announced very recently a 25 qubit based quantum computer on this recent World Quantum Day. And the second one, which I'm sure they are all here, the launch of Q Shield by QNew Labs. Again, a very important step because it's an integrated platform with QKD, QRNG, and many other factors, hardware security module, and post-quantum cryptography, PQC, together on this platform. So these are very, very encouraging big signs. And what we need to see, we need to enable these startups to become international global players, not only serving India, but also outside, taking care of the security concerns, if any. So this augurs very well. And another thing which I think I should point out, that there are very nice features of this mission. I thought it is no harm to repeat that, because though we might have realized it, because NQM has been designed with very focused deliverables. This is a very big difference between earlier projects and this mission project. Here we will do right from R&D to the technology development and deployment. So it has all the TRL levels which are covered, and this is manifestly collaborative. As I mentioned, it has large number of 14 technical groups, 17 project teams, 152 researchers from 43 institutions. It's absolutely a whole of India approach, and this is where the collaborative efforts should bear fruits. And industry is consciously drawn into the efforts through hubs and through other startup mechanisms, and international collaboration will be encouraged where it is needed, so that we don't have the gaps. So this is completely covering this, and all of you who are players in this really should see how you can contribute. Another thing which is again important here, it has many ministries together. It is being run by DST. We have a quantum Mission Governing Board and the Executive Council with almost all relevant departments, and the experts are there. We have ISRO, we have MIT, DOT, DAE, DRDO, all are in this mission for making sure that we have the deliverables as we go along. It's not only R&D, but it also has to result in products. And very rightly, PQC is a big thing, because PQC does not need the quantum setup. It really looks at the algorithms which are quantum safe. And there are some standards which have been declared by NIST. So there is a complete effort here. There is a high-powered committee, and it has made a conceptual note what needs to be done, and this is what will be rolled out, making sure our fintech, our energy sector, all the important sectors which are vulnerable for all the attacks, adopt this PQC and this quantum safe methodologies right away. It may take some time, because one needs to do scale up of the activities, one need to do capacity building, but this is already on. And one of the labs under PSA office SETS and under MIT CCA have given very important inputs, and they are part of this committee to really see how quantum safe communication can be done in India in all sectors, be it fintech, be it energy sector, and so on. So I guess I will not take more time, but to say in quantum communication in particular, which is the theme of this meeting, again, many things are happening for both on ground as well as satellite based. And as you know, that ISRO has already announced a quantum satellite which will be launched very soon. So you will have that quantum communication using the satellite even for places which are like 2,000 kilometers on Earth and so on. This is an extremely important step, and I hope ISRO will do that sooner than later, but they are already on the job. So and CDOT, of course, has been doing many things along with Sterlite Technologies. They maybe last week you announced that on this multi-core fiber, in one core they transmitted quantum signal, and on another one classical signal. Again, a very important step. So the reason I am mentioning all this is it is really going on weekly basis. This is not a technology where you can come after 6 months and say what has happened. So all these things which we are saying is happening in last 1 month. So this is extraordinarily encouraging, and we must really put all our might into this. And let me close this by repeating that quantum technologies have strong strategic significance both in civilian and defense sector. Though this is what I'm saying repeatedly, but it is a must. All of us should not be saying whether we should do quantum technologies. When should we do? It is just that we have to do it now. And this we need to see, given India's strength, our demographic advantage, our government support, we would like to be a global player in the quantum technology supply chain. So the hardware is one where we need to work on. In the podcast which was done on 14th April, I did say that this is the weak point where we need to work, because a lot of hardware is still getting imported. And this is where we need to see how with CDOT and how with in other domains of quantum sensing and quantum computing, we need to enhance our indigenous strength. So let us keep our ambitions high and work hard towards that. So I cannot help but quote what Vivekananda once said: do not lower your goals to the level of your abilities. Instead, raise your abilities to the height of your goals. I think it's so very well said, and for quantum, it really, really true. So all the very best for this conclave. Congratulations to CDOT and the leadership of CDOT, and I'm sure you will play a very important role as we go along in our quantum race. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, for your inspiring keynote address. And now, we move to a significant part of today's event, the release of standards and reports, our step forward in our journey towards promoting the deployment of quantum secure technology. Now, I respectfully request Shri Jyotiraditya M. Sindhya ji, Honorable Minister of Communication, to kindly release the standards for generic requirements on quantum random number generator. In the digital age, where data security is paramount, cryptographic random numbers play a crucial role in cryptography for safeguarding our information. Unlike classical methods, we can exhibit patterns. Quantum random number generator offer a source of randomness rooted in the fundamental law of physics. The standards prepared by TEC provides a framework that can be used by the organization for the evaluation of quantum random number generator. May now I request Sir to kindly release the technical report on migration to post-quantum cryptography. The present day cryptographic standards used for encryption and digital signatures like RSA, ECDSA, ECDH face a significant threat from the emergence of quantum computers and thus put an organization's digital infrastructure at risk. The purpose of this technical report prepared by Telecommunication Engineering Center is to sensitize the organization to identify their critical digital infrastructure, including data and applications, to be ready for smooth transition to quantum safe cryptography. Now, I would like to request Honorable Minister to release the technical report on quantum secure 5G beyond 5G core using post-quantum cryptography. This report prepared by Telecommunication Engineering Center delves into the sensitivity of current cryptographic protocols within the evolving 5G core from the emergence of quantum computers and identifies key areas within the 5G core architecture where post-quantum cryptography can be implemented to achieve quantum security. This report will help raise awareness and educate the telecommunication industry on the importance and practical implementation of PQC for 5G core security. Thank you so much, Honorable Ministers and all the dignitaries. It is now my honor and privilege to invite Honorable Minister of State for Communication and Rural Development, Government of India, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemasani ji, to kindly grace the stage and deliver the special address.
Thank you. Respected Sri Jyotiraditya Scindia ji, a relentless, hard-working Union Minister of Communications and Development of Northeastern Region, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood ji, passionate Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India on quantum technologies, Mr. Neeraj Mittal ji, another intelligent, hard-working Secretary, Department of Telecommunications, Srimati Tripti Saxena ji, and distinguished delegates, esteemed scientists, innovators, members from industry, academia, and international partners. It is a privilege to address you at the 3rd International Quantum Communication Conclave. In an age where data is the lifeblood of economies, societies, and governance, ensuring its secure transmission is paramount, as others have said. Therefore, this gathering marks a pivotal moment in our journey, signifying not just progress, but profound promise. Quantum technologies are no longer the theories of tomorrow, but are actively reshaping our world today, driven by major breakthroughs in quantum error reduction and error correction. And if you look at the recent developments of the chip designs done by Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, the error reduction have gone so low, now the threshold can be met. And there is an accelerating shift from physical to logical qubits. And there are advanced hardware developments scaling quantum systems, and most importantly, the rise of quantum as a service platforms making quantum computing accessible to both businesses and researchers. And as of today, there are more than 400,000 users across the world using quantum as a service. So with these innovations, quantum computing is unlocking possibilities that classical machines cannot match, accelerating drug discovery, optimizing our communication networks, our supply chains, and financial portfolios. At the same power, as Mittalji said, double-edged sword, that unlocks these possibilities also threatens to pierce the cryptographic armor, protecting our financial systems, healthcare records, and national communications, including defense systems. So if we do not act with urgency and foresight, today's unbreakable codes will become tomorrow's open books. So therefore, we must act now, developing quantum-resistant encryption and innovative security solutions that harness the power of quantum technology itself. With quantum-enabled solutions, every piece of data, whether it is a bank transaction, a medical record, or an official communication, can be safeguarded at a level once thought impossible. Under the transformative leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji and the dynamic stewardship of Honorable Minister of Communications Sri Jyotiraditya Scindia ji, India is committed to leading this transformation. Through the National Quantum Mission, we are investing deeply in quantum computing, quantum communications, quantum sensing, and quantum materials. Our vibrant startup ecosystem, our world-class research institutions, and our industry pioneers are already delivering indigenous quantum solutions ready for deployment. We're proud to have demonstrated quantum key distribution over 150 kilometers, developed quantum random number generators, and startups that have built quantum computers with 25 qubits. These are significant milestones that showcase India's growing leadership in this domain. As the Minister of State for Communications, and I am inspired by CDOT's commitment to Atmanirbhar Bharat, our vision of self-reliance. Department of Telecommunications, along with our partners, is actively supporting the development of standards, testing frameworks, and real-world trials, ensuring that India is not only participating in the quantum revolution, but shaping it. While the possibilities are exciting, the path ahead may test our resolve. Quantum technologies, as you already know, are challenging, not only in the research phase, but also in production, implementation, and standardization. We must remember, however, that every great breakthrough in human history was once deemed ambitious or unattainable. Ladies and gentlemen, the success of India's telecom revolution is not an accident. It is the result of strong leadership and hard work of people like Modi ji and Scindia ji, bold policy making, and a government, including all officers of my Department of Telecom, believing in empowering our people. PM Modi ji's governance shows when vision meets execution, when policy meets purpose, and when India believes in itself, nothing is impossible. I request all researchers, engineers, and visionary entrepreneurs, ignite your curiosity, expand horizons, and challenge conventional thought. Collaborate fearlessly, innovate relentlessly, and together, let's build a quantum future that is secure, sustainable, and sovereign. Your innovations are a testament to human ingenuity and determination. Thank you, and I wish the conclave every success. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister of State for Communication, Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemasani ji, for your inspiring words. And now, it is our proud privilege to invite Shri Jyotiraditya M. Scindia ji, Honorable Minister of Communication and Development of North-Eastern Region, Government of India, to kindly grace the occasion and deliver the inaugural address.
May I first request all of us to stand for a minute's silence in the memory of the innocent blood brothers and sisters that have lost their lives in this dastardly attack. Om Namah Shivaya. What happened in Pahalgam was a cowardly, heinous attack by inhuman elements that claimed innocent lives. Those inhumans have tried to strike at the soul of our country. But they do not realize that India rises even faster and higher when challenged at this very core. The Prime Minister in his statement yesterday said that we will go to any extent. We will search high and low. We will ensure that we terminate such elements that even try and take innocent lives of our countrymen and women. India will rise, I am confident, and I think we all are confident that we, the people of India, stand united across every state, across every faith, and with one voice. And we will answer these elements with the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. My heart goes out to all those who have lost their loved ones, and each one of us extend our heartiest, from the bottom of our hearts, our deepest condolences to every single family member. Seated on the dais with me, my Minister of State, Pemasani ji, Sood Sahib, Mittal Sahib, Ms. Saxena ji, and innovators, scientists, members of our entrepreneurial and startup community, and friends from the media present here today. We gather under this wonderful banner, which in its very title signifies the rise of New India. This third International Quantum Communication Conclave speaks to India's comparative strengths and advantages, speaks to her capabilities. And this IQCC symbolizes India's next giant leap in science and technology. I believe that we today gather here not only in our individual capacity, but we also gather here as trailblazers of a new frontier, a new era, the era of quantum communications. Now imagine a computer that first of all thinks, but also only doesn't think faster, but also thinks differently. And unlike classical computers that use binary bits, ones and zeros that we are used to. Quantum computers tap into the extraordinary world of quantum mechanics. So it's the sangam of physics and mathematics. And at their core are qubits. And through a phenomena called superpositioning, they can exist in multiple states at the same time. And what does that mean to a lay person like me? That means that they have the ability to explore countless opportunities and countless problems in split seconds. And therefore, it unlocks what was conventionally the norm, multiple exponents of that in a matter of seconds. But that's only the beginning. It gets more mind-bending. Quantum systems also harness a phenomena called entanglement. So you have superpositioning, but now you also have entanglement, which is a very mysterious situation for us humans, where within qubits, the state of one can instantly influence another, no matter how apart they may be. And this allows machines to handle deeply complex, interconnected problems in ways that traditional computers can never even dream of. So when you put these two phenomena together, superpositioning and entanglement, it then implies a complete transformation in how we solve traditional problems. Quantum computers are not just faster. They can crack challenges that were originally thought insolvable. And quantum computing isn't just another step forward. It is a giant leap that will define innovation, accelerate scientific discovery, and unlock multiple solutions to human problems that were hitherto always thought of as insurmountable. And therefore, the future now is no longer just digital. The future now is quantum. And the ripple effects of quantum computing are already starting to touch not only scientific discovery, but are also starting to touch our lives. Now, for a second, imagine that it takes normally decades to have the next life-saving drug. And it takes years of trials and errors to pass all the FDA norms and so on and so forth. But if you precisely simulate molecular interactions, you can innovate and come up with discoveries in a matter of hours. And what that does is that it not only slashes time and cost, but it also boosts accuracy multiple times. Now, if you move from the area of drug discovery to material science and apply the same principle of quantum mechanics and computing, it's now unlocking atomic level modeling, enabling the creation of lighter, stronger, more efficient materials in the areas of aerospace, in the areas of energy, in the areas of multiple electronics and much more beyond that. And if you think about it, it's innovation from the inside out, a concept that we've not been used to. The financial sector, which is what my background is, has also not been left untouched. Today, if you talk about risk modeling, fraud detection, portfolio optimization, quantum algorithms have unlocked processes that have simply turned the concept of volatility in the area of finances, turned the concept of volatility into opportunity. And therefore, while we tread down this path, you also now venture into quantum machine learning, where when you apply the concept of AI, it reveals deep amounts of insights into massive data sets, which through quantum technology will fuel breakthroughs in genomics, language processing, personalized medicine, and financial forecasting. Even our cities will benefit from this new technology. When you look at route optimization through quantum computing, the results are huge across multiple spectrums. As Neeraj ji said, it will not only cut traffic congestion, it will also reduce emissions. It will make commuting much smoother. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, the quantum era is not coming. It is already here. And it's reshaping our world, one qubit at a time. Now, the government of India, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in the last decade, has started heralding change across the globe. India is no longer a follower. India is no longer one that walks with technology evolution. India today has become a leader in inspiring technology evolution. Whether you look at the area of quantum computing, the area of genomics, the area of space, the area of telecommunications, across the board. And similarly, the quantum frontier, one of the 9 national missions launched by the Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council, is not just a scientific pursuit, but it's a bold declaration of our country's intent to lead in one of the most transformative fields for humankind in the days to come. And this no longer is confined to academic whispers, but quantum technology now stands poised to redefine computing, communication, and national security. And with the launch of the National Quantum Mission in April 2023, backed by a huge financial outlay, 6,000 crores of a financial outlay, India has committed to first developing quantum computers with 1,000 qubits, second, ensuring secure quantum communication over 2,000 kilometers, and third, ensuring that we create a thriving research to market ecosystem. Now, as Secretary pointed out, Neeraj Mittal ji, and my colleague, Minister of State, reiterated in his statement that this is a double-edged sword. Because in a hyper-connected world, information is power. And it is our responsibility to keep that information, individual, institutional, or national, to keep that information secure. And therefore, that chilling downside that this technology can shatter the very foundation of today's encryption technology. Our current security systems, which are RSA based, rely on factoring large prime numbers. But quantum computers, armed with algorithms like Shor's, can crack those codes not within minutes, but within seconds. And therefore, it's imperative that we stay ahead of the curve. We must ensure that we urgently shift to quantum-safe communication system technologies that can withstand the most powerful quantum attacks. And I'm very proud that CDOT, our own company today, has been at the forefront of developing quantum key distribution, which is a groundbreaking technology for secure communications that relies on the principle of a single photon, the tiniest particle of light, to transmit those encryption keys. And the quantum nature of these particles ensures that any interception attempt alters their state immediately, indicating that there has been a breach. Currently, this is effective over a distance of 100 kilometers, and the reach of QKD is being extended through the use of trusted relay nodes. I read this morning in the Wall Street Journal that institutions internationally have been able to transmit these QKDs over a distance today of 158 miles. And mind you that when you're transmitting the encryption key through photons, there needs to be cryogenically induced mechanisms to keep that system cool to be able to transmit over distances. But this technology, which I just read in the WSJ today, has been done using traditional OFC, traditional computers, without the cryogenically cooling systems over a distance of 158 miles. So innovation today in the world, ladies and gentlemen, is not happening in months or in years. Innovation today is not happening in days. Innovation today is not happening in hours. Innovation today in the world is happening in seconds. And therefore, for all of us, I still remember the words of my professor at Stanford University, at business school, the founder of Intel, Andy Grove, and he said to us two things. The only thing in the world that is constant is change. And the second, he said to us, that only the paranoid survive. So we today have to live by both those principles. It's a very important day where the third edition of our conclave is being started today. I must congratulate TEC for always being on that path of discovery, for always bringing the new change in the world to India and to the rest of the world. And this forum, we're not just talking about the future. Please understand, we are building it. And therefore, through this conference, where on the one side we're developing standards by releasing these papers for quantum resilient 5G communications and technology. On the other hand, we're also empowering startups, because along with theory must come practicality. And our Telecom Technology Development Fund, DCIS programs, through these, India is laying the foundation of a telecom system that is secure, that is sovereign, and that is scalable. Now, the United Nations has declared this as the year of quantum, 2025. And India's leadership has been already displayed through the G20, through the WTSA that we hosted last year. And therefore, this conference itself is also a landmark moment where we are indicating that we are setting the pace, where we are indicating that ideas spark revolutions, where we are indicating that partnerships lay the groundwork for global impact, and where the future of communication is reimagined together. Let's envision a world where communication transcends distance. Networks are not just fast, but fortified. Data flows freely, yet remains protected from the threats of an increasingly complex digital landscape. And let's step into the quantum age with boldness, brilliance, and a clear sense of purpose. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister of Communication, Shri Jyotiraditya M. Scindia ji, for your valuable words and guidance. We would again like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Ministers for taking out time from their busy schedules to join us today. Your presence and contribution have truly added great value to the occasion. Thank you so much. Thank you. And also we would like to thank you all the dignitaries for your motivating words. Thank you all the participants who are present here and have joined remotely. Your continued support, efforts and contribution have played a key role in shaping today's event. Thank you. And now I respectfully request our distinguished dignitaries on the dais to proceed for the inauguration of the exhibition located in the pre-function area outside hall number 6. This showcase by R&D institutions, industry and startups offer a glimpse into the cutting-edge advancement in quantum communication and related technology. And after the exhibition, followed by the high tea at the ground floor, we will begin the next session at 11:30 or 11:40 a.m. We kindly request everyone to be seated on time to ensure a smooth and timely start of the session.